People, I am sitting in front of my hotel, and I have a problem. That is not my hotel. That is a historic hotel that has been converted into apartments across the street from my hotel, which is this building. The problem is in my fanny pack. So, when I made the appointment and had the consultation to have my tooth extracted, there was a question on the form I was asked to fill out. The question was, have you ever had an allergic reaction to codeine? I wrote down on the form that I was not allergic to codeine, but I was allergic to Tylenol. And I could have Tylenol because I was allergic to it. And therefore, instead of giving me Tylenol 3, dentists usually gave me codeine without Tylenol. I then verbally told the doctor when he said, oh, you wrote down you have an allergy to codeine. I said, I did not say I had an allergy to codeine. If you read what I said, I am allergic to Tylenol. And that means I can only be given codeine without Tylenol. Then they extracted my tooth, which apparently did not need to be extracted. And then the person who extracted my tooth said, I'm going to prescribe you some antibiotics and some codeine. I said, I already have the antibiotics you prescribed me. I have not yet finished them, but I would appreciate the codeine. And then he said, okay, here's your prescription. And it said Tylenol 3. I said, excuse me, I cannot take Tylenol 3 because I'm allergic to Tylenol. Generally, dentists prescribe me codeine without Tylenol. And then this person said, oh, I'm sorry, we can't prescribe that for you here. You're going to have to go to your primary care physician if you want that prescribed. This leaves me in a situation where they have given me a pain medication that I am not allergic to, mixed with a pain medication I am allergic to, so I cannot take any pain medication, so I'm recovering from a tooth being extracted with no pain medication, because I'm not willing to ingest this medication that contains Tylenol unless I am in a physician's office or an emergency room that can treat me in case I have an allergic reaction to it. But I am also not willing to leave it in my hotel room because I do not have a lock for my cubby, and even if I did, somebody could break the lock and steal it. I'm not willing to walk around the streets of Los Angeles because I could get robbed and somebody could steal it. And the horrific reason that they insisted on giving me this, I'm going to do a video of it right now, and refuse to give me plain codeine is, well, a drug addict cannot melt this down and inject it because there is Tylenol in it. But if they gave me straight codeine, if I was a drug addict, I would be able to melt it down and inject it. Basically, they are unwilling to give people narcotics without Tylenol because they are afraid people are going to abuse drugs. And this has left me in a situation where, even though I told them and wrote down that I was allergic to Tylenol, they then sprung it on me after extracting a tooth that they wouldn't give me the narcotic I need without the Tylenol. So they can prescribe this codeine in the same dosage as just like plain codeine pills without Tylenol, and they refuse to do so for me. Perhaps it is because of my dreadlocks. I do not know, but I had absolutely no intention of abusing this drug. And also, by the way, this is a prescription for 20 pills. I really would have probably only needed 4 or something. I wouldn't have taken it for that many days. So basically, they gave me a bottle of pills that I'm going to have to either keep in my purse and guard against being stolen as I walk around Los Angeles, where people actually might want to take them as a drug of abuse, I guess. Or I'm going to have to go to the front desk and ask them to store them for me if they have a safe or something. I don't know what to do with these pills. I only accepted them because I thought that in a worst case scenario, if I absolutely had to take one, I could like go to an ER and say, well, I'm allergic to Tylenol, but they gave me this narcotic mixed with Tylenol. Can you either give me the pure narcotic, or if you're not comfortable with doing that because you think that I might be a drug addict, maybe you could like observe me as I ingest this pill to make sure I do not have an allergic reaction to Tylenol. But I am not going to take these pills unless I am being supervised by a physician in a medical facility. So I don't know what to do with them, and I think what the doctor's office did to me was horribly mean. If I told them I was allergic to Tylenol before they did the tooth extraction, and wrote it down and said it verbally, then they should not have suddenly sprung on me that they were not going to prescribe me the medication, the codeine by itself without the Tylenol, until like seconds after they did the surgery, and I was like, you know, in horrific pain and incoherent from pain. And then suddenly they're like, oh yeah, we can only give you the narcotic that you need mixed in with the medication you're allergic to. Sorry. Bye, get out of our office now. So I would like to take this opportunity to criticize this doctor. I called their emergency number, and I was directed to a recorded message saying that if there was an emergency, I should call 911, and that their office was closed for the holiday weekend. I would like to give this doctor a bad review. I'm not sure what you thought I was going to do with codeine without Tylenol. I have absolutely no intention of abusing it or shooting it up or whatever the hell you thought I was going to do. What I was going to do is take one pill every few hours as directed on the bottle for the pain caused by the tooth that you extracted that actually could have been saved and did not need to be extracted. I would like to end this video now by saying that, oh boy, there is a reason why they don't want certain people to have these pills, but I am not one of those people. I actually needed it for a legitimate reason, and because they would only give it to me mixed with Tylenol, I will be apparently taking nothing and suffering.